several former employees said that delayed payments to authors were a result of Blushing's routine mismanagement of finances. In December 2020, the Romance Writers of America, a trade group, announced that following an ethics investigation, it had suspended the publisher's membership for 3 years and barred Blushing from attending its conferences. The Authors Guild, an advocacy group, is representing 30 writers seeking to reclaim rights to their work from Blushing. So far, one of those authors has stopped Blushing from selling her books after filing copyright infringement notices with retailers, showing that Blushing did not hold contracts for them. Umair Kazi, Director of Policy and Advocacy at the Authors Guild, said that some of Blushing's contract provisions and its treatment of some authors go against industry standards and raise many red flags. In a statement to The Times, Ms. Wills declined to address specific allegations from authors and said that her company's policy was not to speak publicly about any author's contractual obligation with Blushing. She also noted that Blushing had paid millions of dollars in royalties just in the past 5 years. Under pressure from authors, Blushing has offered more transparency and says that it is now providing monthly royalty payments and that since the first quarter of 2020, it has used an automated royalty tracking system to generate payments. A lawyer for Ms. Wills said that she believes she has fulfilled her contractual duties to her authors and continues to do so, and that, quote, Blushing wishes to move on from this small group of past authors and disgruntled past employees and put its energy into focusing on talented and passionate authors they have the privilege to represent. The enormous appetite for romance and a nearly $1.5 billion industry has stoked a feeding frenzy among publishers for new content. Romance sales exploded in the past 15 years following the rise of ebooks and self-publishing, and the commercial and cultural juggernaut 50 Shades of Grey, which brought hardcore from the fringes into the mainstream. Romance readers, a majority of them women, tend to be voracious consumers who buy dozens of books a year. Romance accounts for nearly 20% of the overall adult fiction market, drawing the largest audience of any genre, according to NPD Bookscan. Around 60,000 romance and books were published in 2020, up from nearly 35,000 a decade earlier, according to data from Bowker, which tracks publishing trends. On top of major companies like Harlequin, Avon, and Berkeley, which are owned by large multinational corporations, a constellation of smaller independent romance publishers sometimes operate in a gray area between corporate publishers and vanity presses, which charge authors to publish their work. The independent presses tend to offer writers small advances of 4 to 5 figures, but a higher cut of royalties, a share of profits. Interesting.